have the beginnings of a template that renders the list of websites, and it's being fed from a controller that has a hard-coded list, a collection of websites, right? But as we mentioned yesterday, this is not a place for hosting the data, right? So we're going to move this to a server where it belongs, right? Before we do that, notice that that we have this model.websites find all websites for user. We know that this is exactly that needs to happen when the controller starts up, right? When it loads, right? So it's good practice to encapsulate any code that is meant to execute at startup. It's a good practice to just wrap it around some function that is identifiably as where everything starts. Okay, so for instance, we would perhaps move that into an init function and then explicitly call that init function. Right, so we are deliberately deciding what it is that we want to happen at startup. Right, again, it's silly, but it just makes it very, very clear, right, that this is the only logic that should execute when this controller starts. Okay, right. All right, so let's continue. Let's move on. And create a service, right, for this. So all of this data and any of the finder methods, the create, the updates, the delete, all that is going to be encapsulated inside of a singleton. Okay. Yes.
When we get to like before you get into the application, are you always assuming that the values in the URL are correct, or do you ever want it? Like, are you? Because like when you get to the website part, are you assuming that that user ID is correct, or do you have to do anything?
No, we would assume that we have to validate all this, right? Yeah, yeah, yes, yeah, yep. So yeah, so we're implementing what we oftentimes refer to as the happy path, right? We're assuming that everything's nice, right, and nothing is going wrong. All right, so let's move this to a service, right? So let's put this in a website service that is going to encapsulate all the logic, right? So let's for accessing all the data, right? So let's go to services. Let's copy user service, and this will be website service client. And let's rename a couple things here. So everywhere we see user, actually we want it to say website, and that one. So that's websites. Those I don't care for. I don't care because we're gonna replace that too. Let's see, create website. Yeah, that makes sense. Fine. Well, that one we don't really care because we don't want that. Okay, update website. Yeah, website ID, website. Yeah, delete website, user website. Yeah, I think that's right. That we don't care. And fine. All right. Okay. How about then everything that's capital user? To change it for capital website. Let's see. Replace. Okay. All right. So it looks like we got some of it done, right? We don't really need this. We have that somewhere. We have it. Where do we have it? I think in the controller, right? So let's move it from here and let's move it to where it belongs in the controller. So let's put that in here. There it is. Let's see. Create website. Yeah, we want that. Find website by credentials. No, we don't need that. Find website by ID. Yeah, I want to be able to find a website by its ID. Find website by website name. No. Update website. Delete website. Yep, we want that. What about the create? Let's see. We're going to be given an initial website object, and the only thing we're going to be here, make sure that that new website object has an ID. Right? Eventually, it's going to live on the server in the database. So let's leave it now. And it pushes it to the current array of website. Yep, that's good. Find website by website. No, we don't need that. Update website. Delete website. Let's see. Website finds the website that matches. We find the index and we splice it. Looks right. Find website by credential. Probably not. Find website by ID. I thought we had one like that already. Oh, okay, it's just been declared. What else do we need here? So this allows us to retrieve a website if we know its ID, right? But what about the other one, right? The other function that we need here, right? Find all websites for user, right? That also should live there. All right, so let's move that also where it belongs. All right, let's move it here and expose this this operation. We'll expose it in the API. So here's the API. Right, find the user. There it is. Find website for user. Okay. Let's see. It would be this one, right? So it results set. It iterates over the websites. If it finds it, it returns these things. I'm going to remove these create just because. Well, not just quite yet, right? When we start creating actual websites, what we might want to do, right? What we might want to do is actually do this here, right? When we create a brand new website, maybe we could create the dates right here. We can say website, right? Right, create it is just new date, right? And then we push it, right? That will cause us not to need this, right? We won't need that. All right, so let's refactor the controller to the controller to use the website now. Website service, there it is, and we just created a service. We need to declare it in our index page. So let's here's our service, and let's oops. So this is services, and this is website service. There it is. Right, so let's try it. Let's refresh, see if it breaks. Looks like it doesn't break. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yep, we have websites for each one of these. Okay, there is no for 3, 4, 5, and 4, 5, 6. So it works perfectly. Everybody okay? Everybody good? All right. All right. So let's now consider being able to edit an existing website. All right. So let's look at that.